Hello students, I welcome you today as students of MA 4th semester. As you know, this is your first class of PG 4th semester with me, and for your kind information, today I have to do a novel by Mulkraj Anand in paper 13. The title of the novel is Coolie. Besides, I will do Waiting for the Mahatma in paper 15 in your forthcoming class. As you know, there are some options to choose in paper 15 from different literatures like American literature, world fiction in English translation, medieval literature, post-colonial literature, classical literature, and women and literature. So, this is for your kind information that I will do Waiting for the Mahatma by R.K. Narayan in paper 15 from post-colonial literature and God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy from women and literature. Okay, now we have to do focus on the author, the novelist Mulkraj Anand, and the topic is achievements of Mulkraj Anand as a novelist. So let's start. Mulkraj Anand is an Indo-Anglian writer. The Indo-Anglian literature is different from the Anglo-Indian literature. The former is the style and literary written and created by the Indians through the English language. The latter is written by the Englishmen on the themes and subjects related to India. The Indo-Anglian literature is very much associated with Indian English. The Indo-Anglian fiction owes its origin to the translation of various fictional works from the Indian language into English, notably from Bengali into English. Rabindranath Tagore cast a sweeping and transforming influence on it. His novels like Gora and The Wreck, The Home, and The World and short stories were originally written in Bengali. They were translated into English. The form of his novels is old fashioned. His works brought to Indo Anglian fiction realism and social purpose. In spite of diversity in themes and techniques, the Indo Anglian fiction has some common features, namely the presentation of a personal narrative against the background of modern Indian history, the conflict of values between the family and the individual, and the awareness of social change. The conflict between the West and the East, or between innovation and tradition, is a perennial theme in Indo-Anglian fiction. The Indo-Anglian writers of fiction writes with an eye and hope on the Western readers. This influences their choice of the subject matter. That is why in Indo-Anglian novels there are sadhus, fakirs, caves, temples, Vedanta, Gandhi, Rajas and Nawabs, etc. There are subjects that interest the Western audience. They represent essentially the Western idea of India. So far as the theme of Indo-Anglian fiction are concerned, they are social problems, domestic problems, sex, etc. The theme of happiness and fulfillment through suffering and sannyas is also recurrent in the Indo-Anglian fiction. The political theme, as a matter of choice, was very much influenced by Gandhi's role and philosophy. Anand is one of the major novelists of Indo-Anglian fiction today. He may not have the philosophic depth of Raja Rao and wit and humor of R.K. Narayan, yet as a novelist of the child life and the underdog, his place is supreme. Like R.K. Narayan, he too has shown stamina and stern consistency and talent. Mulkraj Anand is perhaps the most prolific of all living writers in India. In his lifetime career, he has produced more than a dozen novels, about 70 short stories, and numerous other works. He won the Sahitya Academy Award in 1972 for his autobiographical novel Morning Face. He has also written autobiography and biography. His major novels are Untouchable, Coolie, Two Leaves and a Bird, The Village Across the Black Waters, etc. His greatest contribution lies in the fact that he has given a novel incorporating the best of Indian and Western techniques in his novels. He is the first successful Indian novelist to use the stream of consciousness technique. The major themes of Mulkraj Anand's novels are the caste system, the economic exploitation by the Banya community, travail of entering the modern age, or the conflict between tradition and modernity, the position of women in Hindu society, and the pathetic attempt to retain their gone glory by women. He does not write about the glories of past or the spiritual heritage of India. His themes are the socio-economic problems of India. They relate to modern India. The subjects he chooses for his novels are untouchability, exploitation, poverty and wretchedness, labor problem, hunger, religious and narrow fanaticism, condition of woman, economic insecurity, etc. Anand's plots are well made. They have a clear beginning, a suspense-ridden middle, and a powerful end. Whereas in Untouchable, he surprises us by strictly adhering the three unities of time, place, and action. In Coolie, his plot has epic dimensions and the scene shifts from one place to another. Mulkraj Anand's characters are real. His major characters fall into two categories. First, those who are the victims of social injustice. For example, Bakha, Munnu, Lal Singh, Gangu, Sohini, etc. Secondly, the characters who are upholders of the unjust social order, the hypocrites, priests, landlords, moneylenders, and the white rulers. Pandit Kalinath, Seth Gokul Chand, Jim Thomas, Murlidhar, and Reggie Hunt. The former are controlled only by their instinctive emotions. The latter are the promoters of injustice and exploitation. Women play only minor roles in Mulkraj Anand's novels. They are weak and defenseless. Most characters are products of Anand's real experiences and have autobiographical leanings. Some of the characters are types, and a few of them are repeated time and again under different names. Each one of his novels deals with a social problem. Untouchable deals with the problem of untouchability and social injustice. Coolie deals with the problem of exploitation. The Village discusses the problem of abject poverty and indebtedness. The Big Heart is concerned with the problem of introduction of machines and consequent unemployment. Mulkraj Anand broke new ground and represented a departure from the tradition of previous Indian fiction. He made the common people his heroes and began to write about them. He followed realistic as well as stream of consciousness techniques. He uses satire and humor like a master. He combines both humor and pathos in his novels and short stories. Baka amuses us with his visions and ambitions and the kind of language he uses. He also creates a feeling of pity in our heart. Dr. Anand's language is a fine specimen of the Indian English. He freely uses the English translations of abusive expressions as son of a pig, ohe ohe, scoundrel of a sweeper's son, etc., abound in Untouchable and Coolie, as well as his other novels. Dr. Anand uses highly polished and refined language when he describes the beauty of his characters and when he champions the cause of the underdogs. His English characters speak their own unadulterated variety. As a novelist, he has achieved and attained great success, but he has some limitations and weakness also. As a writer with a purpose, he is sometimes tempted to overstate his case and thus turns his novels into either melodrama or farce. His characters occasionally became incapable of giving out live dialogues and degenerate into propagandists. They are further not permitted to grow beyond his commitment. Many a time he has not succeeded in universalizing his theme or characters, but as a novelist, Anand has contributed new technique, new matter, new approach, and new style to Indo-Anglian novel and short story. According to Lindsay, M.R. Anand interprets Indian material in terms of a new universalism and combines all that is best in both East and West. Okay, guys, that's all for now. I will meet in the next class. So, till then, goodbye. Have a nice day.